Hello there, this is Rom coming back at you with yet another carb video. Women pay for men with body game. Women pay for it. And I'm going to tell you what, you get a lot of guys out there saying, no, it's just your face and your height. Okay, first of all, let's use some common sense right there. First of all, yes, women look at your face and height, but what do you think? They cutting you off at the neck and looking at your face up there like, man, if you actually get pussy out here, I'm just saying like that, if you actually get pussy, you know women checking out your whole body. Women checking out your whole body. They are checking it out. Anybody who actually got some pussy has had some big old, thick old thighs, which save lives, wrapped around their back, had women feeling all over them, kissing them on their chest, shoot, putting some whipped cream on them or something like that. Please. Now, if they said face, height, and body, I'd be like, okay. But you get some dudes thinking, oh, it's just the face. They ain't looking at the body. Come on, man. Use some common sense out here. But think about something. I would give you some other basic proof that women going crazy over a body. Because really, if you think about it, if it's just the face, that's just a male model. A face and a height, that's just a male model and stuff. They ain't like somebody fine. Yeah, I wasn't rushing. God damn, she got some fat thighs. She got some fat ass thighs. Women live in my neighborhood. Oh, I'm gonna have to be friendly to her. Anyway, right? Use some common sense with that. Women are not just checking out just a man's face and his height. They looking at everything. And in fact, they looking at more, because ask yourself something from common sense. If it was just all those things, how is it some men who aren't tall and got an average face still getting some pussy out here? And I'm going to put it like that. But here's even the biggest proof that the body means so much. Male exotic dancers. That's one of them. I'll give you another one in a second. But that's one of them. If women weren't checking out bodies, you wouldn't have male exotic dancers who would have to take off their clothes. They could just wear, if it was just a face, they would just have to be tall and show their face, and then women would make it rain on them. Bullshit. Come on now. Come on, think about it. You wouldn't even have an industry. And please, even though it could be argued that some of those male exotic dancers are handsome, let's just be real. Anybody familiar with it knows sometimes they be coming out in masks and stuff. They be coming out in masks, and all of them ain't like over 6 feet. They be muscular. In fact, this one male exotic dancer, Bolo, Michael Bolo wear, that dude 5'9". He might not even be that. And in fact, I'm gonna tell you what, I've known male exotic dancers since the early 90s. In fact, well, hold on. Before I get too much into it, I get my money out on Fridays, so I'll get back with y'all in a second. With me a couple minutes, all right? Hold on for a second. All right, y'all. Y'all know I got my money out. Nah, don't worry about why I'm getting out cash on Fridays. And let's just say I can get paid any day of the week. So don't think I'm getting some paycheck either. Anyway. Yeah, if body game didn't work, if body game wasn't something, you wouldn't have male exotic dancers of different heights, different facial appearances, making money. And like I said, I've known male exotic dancers since the early 90s. I remember there was this one dude, and if you saw him from the neck up, you think he was some big old fat kid. But from the neck down, he was making money. And shoot, I remember when I was working in the government, this woman, she was telling me they were having a bachelorette party. And there was some problem with the dancer that they were getting to dance there. She was trying to get me to dance there. I was like, I don't do it. I don't got no rhythm. Not rhythm. Rhythm. She was like, that's all right. Just show up. And shoot. And through the years, because I remember when I first sold my book, Nice Guys and Players, at a major event. It was at a black expo in D.C. And it was in 1999. And I remember I was, me and my co-parent, just girlfriend at the time, co-parent, we set up a table, and they set us up right near a bunch of 4 different crews of male exotic dancers who were selling calendars. Man, it was crowded over there. Women were going crazy. It was me, 4 crews of male exotic dancers, and a photographer. All of us were making money. And at some point, they were taking off their shirts, and women were going crazy. I remember, like, even a couple women, they were standing in front of my table taking pictures, saying, all these women are going crazy over these guys. I can't believe it. They both taking pictures. I was like, shit, y'all blocking my table. Shit. In fact, I was making some money because so many women were over there. Dudes were coming over there. I mean, that was just no joke. I mean, you could see it right there. And then I worked at a gym where we had a crew of male exotic dancers working. But they would pay for stuff in dollar bills. After they pay for something, we would wash our hands or something. But I was seeing it there. Even some dudes in there, they weren't dancers, but they were built like dancers. Like I always tell that story about this dude. I'm working in the gym. I had to walk over to him. I said, hey, dude, can you find a way not to finger fuck that woman in the gym? And the woman giggling and shit. They were in the gym. They were in the corner of the gym. Dude was fingering. But look, I'm going to tell you something now. Get off of that bullshit. Body don't matter to these women. Because, okay, there's male exotic dancers. All right. We in that time of year where they selling calendars. Go to any place selling any calendars. What you going to find? There's going to be some calendars of some dudes, firemen or whatever. They showing their bodies. Now, if it was all about just the face, just the height, they could wear clothes. In fact, they would just show their face. But you know what? I don't even know if there is any calendars of a guys just with their face. There might be. I don't know. I ain't seen none. So hold up though. If the body didn't matter, how you gonna have male exotic dancers? How you gonna have male exotic dancers, right? If the body didn't matter, how you gonna have these calendars up? Shoot, how you gonna have like shows like Magic Mike and Black Magic in Las Vegas? How you gonna have some Chippendales? Think about it. And they been around. Shoot, or Playgirl magazine, they showing bodies. They ain't showing just a face or how tall the guy is. And that's to this day. Come on, y'all. Come on. And yeah, women checking out her face. Yeah, they checking that out. And yeah, they checking out height. They ain't checking it out. But they looking at the body too. And even when some dudes are talking about these what women checking out, even when they talking about it, when they talking about some Chad and Tyrone look like they be hitting the gym. Come on now, come on, just think for a second. And this, trust me, if you average face, average height, hit the motherfucking gym. And even then, still hit the gym. Because a lot of women, if you like tall and slim, some women ain't feeling it. Unless you like the more, let's just be real. Even though I say get your best body, we just gotta be real with it. If you got those bodies that just drive a woman crazy, just real muscular or something, shoot, you'll be alright. You'll be alright. Ain't nothing you gonna fight with. And I don't know why these guys keep fighting with it. And let me take it a step further. You get a lot of these women paying big money for male gigolos. And I tell you what, I'll share a link to this major gigolo page, Cowboys for Angels. And just check the prices, what these women are paying. And you can even randomly go through it. And these guys, man, it's all of them. I mean, a lot of them over 6 feet, but all of them ain't. All of them, like, got some type of body build. All of them got their shirts off or something. So hold up. If body game didn't mean anything, why they doing that? All they had to do is just sit there and show their face, and that's it. And here's something else, too. And this is something I learned back in the day. Because I remember I said I hadn't got into body game yet, but I had other aspects of game. And I remember this one woman, fine-ass woman, she rejected me. She didn't like my body build. And then when I lost some weight, got the body tighter, I remember even saying, yeah, the body tight. She was like, yeah, I'm handsome to you now. She's like, nah, you were always handsome. Just didn't like the body. Just like, okay. Look, if the body didn't matter, use some common sense. Just use some common sense. If the body didn't matter, women would not pay for male exotic dancers. If the body didn't matter, they wouldn't pay for gigolos. If the body didn't matter, they wouldn't be these women on these sex tourist vacations, going to parts of Africa, going to the Caribbean, going to Bali, going to Turkey. If the body didn't matter to these women, they checking out a body. Now, different women like different bodies. That's why I say, get your best body and see which women like it. But if women weren't checking out bodies at all, we wouldn't have these male exotic dancers. We wouldn't have calendars. We wouldn't have gigolos showing their bodies. Because that's the main way they be making money, through their bodies. Women go crazy for it. And I mean they paying for it. I mean, come on. I mean, you get some dudes trying to fight against that. It's like, why are you trying to fight against that? It is what it is. That's what women like. They like bodies. So if you like average looking, which is most of the men out here, and you not that tall, you still got to have it. And even if you have it, you still better hit the motherfucking gym. You still better hit it. Because, like, even when you talk about male models, shoot, they be in the gym hard. They be in the gym hard. Now, let me just be clear. It ain't all the same type of bodies, but it's still fit. It's still fit. And if you look at those guys who are making money, think about it. And shoot. Or you got somebody, I mean, even here, you got somebody like Jay Flexx. And he does a lot of body game videos. And he had been a dancer. Contemporary. I'll put a link in the description box for him. Or you got, always shout out Cousin T-Talk. He trains male exotic dancers. I'll put a link in the description box for him. I mean, come on now. Think about it. Think about it. If women followed the money, if the bodies didn't matter to them, we would have a different type of club. The men would just have to put on a nice suit. Might not even have to put on a nice suit. They just have to be tall and look good. Women looking at the body, they don't cut a man. When they look a man, first of all, not even the money part. When women look at a man, they look him up and down. Shoot, he could be an ugly motherfucker with a big ass dick. Yeah, women looking at that. They looking at their print. They ain't the man's face. They ain't the man's height. But you see, here's the problem. You got a lot of dudes, they really don't know the game. They really don't know women. Like, these motherfuckers saying it, but they ain't saying, well, I'm getting women all because of this. I'm getting women all because of this. They be trying to say stuff. And, it's kind of funny. They don't show themselves. It's real funny. They never show their pictures. Never have an IG. Never have something say, look, this is what I look like. This is what I'm getting. Have you thought, I'm just being real with that shit. I'm just being real with that shit. Women be checking out bodies like a motherfucker. Women will pay for that shit. Women will travel for that shit. Women will pay $750 for 2 hours with a gigolo. And really longer than that. And even a lot of those male exotic dancers be making some money as gigolos too. And trust me, I've known quite a few male exotic dancers. Trust me, women be handing them the poo. Women hand them the poo. I did a sit down video talking about men who women they only had to try hard. Women just handing it to them. The biggest thing is body. I remember this dude in DC, and he was not that bright a dude. He was not that bright a dude, but that dude was muscular. He probably around DC. If I had a picture of him and I showed that picture, some people in DC probably say, oh yeah, I seen him around. One of those type of dudes. One of those type of dudes. You see him around and stuff, and like I said, unfortunately, he wasn't like the brightest dude, but he had that body. But here's the bottom line. If body game didn't matter, you wouldn't have those gigolos, you wouldn't have those male exotic dancers. They wouldn't be able to sell those calendars. Women wouldn't be going on sex vacations to these places. They're going for the body, all right? And yeah, they checking out height, of course. And yeah, they checking out face, but they ain't stopping there. Because I want you serious. I want y'all to think about that shit. Think about it. You think a woman is just going to stop at the neck? She going to look at the whole thing. She going to look at the whole thing. In fact, if you have that face, but that body ain't there, like I said, I used to work with a dude. He looked like Clint Eastwood with glasses. But he didn't have that body. He didn't have that body. And, you might have a dude here and there who got a body, still ain't getting none. They just don't know how to work it. They just don't know how to work it. But women checking that shit out. Women are always checking that shit out. I mean, you get some dudes thinking, oh, it's just face, or some dudes thinking it's just, their mouthpiece. But trust me, you gotta have, let's put it like this. In those cases, a man still gotta have a minimum body. They still gotta have something. If a woman don't like that body, she don't like the body build on her, well, instant dryness. They ain't trying to get with them. They are not trying to get with them. But the bottom line is, just think about it. Just if you trying to fight it, why? Just ask yourself that question: why are they paying? And you can't come up. What you gonna come up with? Oh, they paying for this or that. If it was just the face, if it was just how handsome they were, They wouldn't need, all these dudes would need to just be handsome and then wear a nice suit. Wear some nice clothes or something. Come on now. Come on now. They ain't getting women like throwing money at them or paying that much money just off their face. Okay? Just off. Now, if they handsome, hey, that's cool. If they tall, that's cool. But they better have a body that woman like. Come on now. Come on now. Come on. They be making that money. Shoot. Like I said, Chippendales. Shoot, Magic Mike in Las Vegas. Black Magic. Shoot, in Las Vegas. Women wouldn't be traveling out there, taking pictures, doing stuff. Or guys who are doing these bachelorette parties and stuff. And trust me, you talk to some of those male exotic dancers who've done some of that private shit. Shit, the women be getting down. Women be getting down. Grandmothers be sucking dicks at those and paying them. Come on now. With women, I'm thinking, use some common sense. If women didn't want something, anybody didn't want something, you think they coming out of their pocket with money? That shit ain't happening. That shit is not happening. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. I mean, just seriously, sit down and think about it. Like, a lot of these dudes trying to go against it, stop trying to go against it. Because you know you ain't getting it like that. Now, if you getting it like crazy, I guarantee if you talk to the women, they looking at your body. In fact, I had one dude, right? He tried to tell me these women weren't going crazy. They liked your face. Apparently, it was some suspect dude who was checking out my face. But hold up. When women tell you straight up, oh, they like your body. Oh, they want to lick your body. They like your body build. I should know what these women are telling me directly. Especially they getting butt naked. Come on now. Come on now. Stop trying to fight that shit. Stop trying to fight it. But you know what? Let's just be real. A lot of dudes fighting it because they know they don't have a body that stands out. Let's just be real. But that ain't my problem or anybody else's problem. If you try to get women, hit the motherfucking gym. And shoot, for the metaphysicians out there, oh, I can go deeper with that shit. I can go deeper. I can go even deeper with that shit. It's really a deeper aspect to it. So don't hit me with that shit. Don't hit me with that shit. Just use some common sense. Use some common sense. Really think about it. It's like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, this dude, he could probably get that woman based on this, and this. Boom. He built a certain way, because women, they checking out that shit. They just, like I said, male exotic dancers since the early 90s. I mean, like this one dude I knew, and like I said, if you saw him from the neck up, you think he was straight up fat boy. He didn't have any definition in his face or something. Big round face. But had a muscular body. Women were writing him love letters and shit. Women were writing him love letters, going crazy. Shit. I don't be pushing body game just to be pushing it, just to be saying it. Now, of course, you get some bammers out there saying, oh, that don't work. No, it don't work for them, motherfucker. It be some bammers don't show their face or they ain't all that. They don't know any motherfucking thing. Trying to tell you, shoot, you improve your body. That takes you further than a lot of shit. Let me park over here. That takes you a lot of shit. But anyway, like I said, women, if they weren't like going crazy over bodies, they wouldn't pay. Okay? That's the bottom line. Anyway, it's Friday. y'all know the deal. Cause y'all know the deal. You know, check out my weekend stuff, my sovereign man stuff, my inspirational stuff on Sundays. Go through my Patreon and join that. Just go through it. I be going a little bit harder. I'll be going a little bit harder, telling y'all to like just some different sexual dynamics and stuff. Check that out. Y'all gotta do what y'all gotta do. But yeah. But anyway, yeah, have a good weekend. Y'all know I have the car. Well, I don't do anything on weekends because even the stuff I have, I recorded that last week. Like anything I'm sitting down, I always record that early. Only thing I do day of and upload it then is videos like this. So anyway, y'all go ahead and do y'all thing. Go ahead, go get my stuff. Damn, she got some big ass water. Anyway, I'll get back with y'all. Peace.